Alright, what is up, gamers? It's Awoketh, and today we are going to go ahead and talk about the start to E3 2019, and that was the EA Play event. Now, I predicted that it was going to be bad, and yeah, for the most part I was spot on. Star Wars really was the big game that made their conference any kind of good. But before I talk about Star Wars, let's talk about the conference as a whole. It was 3 hours, which was way too long, way longer than it needed to be. And it had, I believe, 5 games. It started off with Star Wars, then it went to Apex Legends, then it went to Battlefield 5. Then, what was after that? I believe, yeah, it was FIFA, then it was Madden, and then it was The Sims. And, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and start off with Star Wars. Star Wars seemed pretty cool. The combat looked very flashy, the environment seemed pretty good, but I think they showed a very tame demo. They didn't really go too crazy on it. It looked like it was set after a big crazy set piece. And I feel like they should be wanting to show those set pieces more in demos. It was cool. The lightsabers look cool. And I liked how he basically hit Zawada when he stopped time. They have the different types of droids there, like the different types of, not droids necessarily, but different types of clones that he could fight. And I think they, again, spent too much time on something that wasn't really that entertaining in comparison to what they could have shown in the game. And it was kind of annoying how they were all like, it's a single player game. And then the announcer guy said, yes! And started clapping and literally interrupted him. There were so many times in this conference where a developer was speaking, and then one of the announcer people would just start screaming or clapping or something like that. And it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary hype. Like, it would have been better, and we would have gotten more information out of it if had the developers just been given their time to speak. And that was a reoccurring trend throughout the entire thing. So much yelling to try and keep attention. But yeah, Star Wars, really cool, nice, flashy gameplay. I hope they don't mess it up EA style with microtransactions and an unfinished story. I feel like what they might end up doing is just not finishing the story, and they make you pay DLC for like the actual ending of the story, and I don't want that to happen. I really hope it doesn't, but I think it will because it's EA. So afterwards, they showed off Apex Legends. And I said Apex Legends would have had to be they'd have to really make it stand out to make it distinct from Fortnite. And they didn't. All they really showed was, oh, we have a new gun. They have a gun that they're purposefully making overpowered. But they're saying, oh, well, it's going to be a unique type of ammo, and what you get is what you get. But it's still overpowered, and you don't purposefully put an overpowered gun in your game when you can simply just buff guns like the Mozambique and things like that. And then they showed off the new hero, who looks stupid, honestly. Looks like she wears a parka and like a little hood thing. And all it does is just placing barriers, which I guess could be cool, but not really. It's not like an E3 level cool announcement. So yeah, they were really lacking in Apex Legends. They could have shown off something way better. Oh, the Battle Pass, I forgot about that. The Battle Pass is no longer going to be time-based, and it's going to be different objectives. So basically they're copying Fortnite again. They teased a dragon at the end, which could be cool, but seems like since it's E3 you would have wanted to show the dragon instead of teasing it, because all eyes are on your game. Yeah, there wasn't really much there at all. Let's see, Battlefield 5. Their new maps. They're the ones that really stood out to me are the ones that I paid attention for, honestly. It was Iwo Jima and the Pacific. And that's cool. I like that they're going into that part of World War II. Please don't tell me they're gonna have Hiroshima. Please don't do that. But I do think that Iwo Jima's a good one. And let's see. Yeah, and that's chapter 5. And they talked about season 4, and there are going to be 2 other maps there. I didn't really pay enough attention to those because it was still Battlefield 5. It wasn't really anything big or new. And Battlefield 5 still isn't selling that well, and they're already putting paid content on it. So, okay. Okay. FIFA 20. The one thing I thought was cool about that was that they're putting futsal in the game. And we had literally just played futsal in gym. So that was neat. That was a cool thing, and I was like, hey, yeah, I remember that. Other than that, FIFA. If you're a fan of FIFA, you're probably going to buy FIFA 20. If you're not a fan of FIFA, then it's really not much there for you. Besides Volta or whatever. Anthem. I didn't see Anthem, but apparently in this recap thing, Anthem was there. And they spent like basically a minute on it from what I'm seeing. But it's like, they said, oh, we don't have anything to show, but we're working on it. I'm working on it! Something will be there. Eventually. No, it won't. I honestly believe that game is going to slowly just kind of pass away. I think they're going to let that game go. And they're not going to bring attention to it. Ever. Like, that's of course why they would only spend like a minute or so on it here. Then after that, Madden. Okay. Okay, well, to be fair, they had the superstar skill that certain players that are like classic players or really good players are gonna get some kind of superstar skill, and I was like, that kind of looks like an RPG to me. And that could be fun, like just shifting up the gameplay of something so dramatic as like giving specific characters specific abilities and updating the playbook throughout the entire game's lifespan seems neat. But I don't see them reasonably adding anything more than like a few plays. It's not like every year the NFL makes entirely new playbooks for all teams. It's a cool premise, but I don't know if that's gonna actually ever be used. Yeah, other than that, it's Madden. There wasn't much else. And then they ended with The Sims, and I forgot that The Sims is really a thing. I thought that The Sims was just kind of gone. Like, I thought they would be working on The Sims 5 by now, but nope. They made a Sims Summer Island thing. And they got mermaids. They spent a good, 3 or 4 minutes making sure that y'all knew. They had mermaids. Cool. And they got summer. And each of these descriptions sounds reasonable, right? They could have talked about that in a trailer or something. But no. They literally spent 30 minutes on each one of these games. They didn't need to spend 30 minutes on The Sims Island talking about talking about Sims swimming in water. It's not that deep. But anyway, rants aside, we all knew EA wasn't going to be good, and it wasn't. I'm just waiting for tomorrow, Microsoft. And I hope y'all stay tuned. I hope you like and subscribe for Microsoft tomorrow, because that's where the hype's going to come. And that's going to be definitely one of the better conferences. And I thank you all for watching, for hearing me rant about EA's conference, EA of all people's conference, for a good, 10 minutes? Anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the notification bell. See y'all at Microsoft. Peace out.